steal.
Do you know
and
why
be
people don't go to the
successful.
chum bucket?
Hmm?
It's fish.
What is?
He's feeding fish to fish. That's why they don't go to the chum bucket. That's another theory. Hi guys, welcome back to the Soul Cafe podcast. My name is Rakabi and this is my co-host Eden.
Hello everyone. First of all, we wanted to say, I was about to say
Thank you.
congratulations to them. Thank you so much for, we hit 500 subs, so we're really grateful for that. And
So cute.
honestly, we were so happy. We were like, oh my god.
We even have tiny champagne bottles. I know, we're sad, but like.
But yeah, we did it. Anyways, what are we doing today, Rakabi?
We are talking about how screwed up some of the childhood cartoons that we watched are. Actually, my English just left the window. So.
It's about basically, I mean, we were just looking at basically like shows like from our childhood that I guess had hidden messages, subliminal messages, anything like that that kind of, I guess
didn't resonate with us at the time. But now looking back, it's like, whoa, is this really what we watched?
And it's quite, some people might find this quite, well, I'd say most people would find this quite scary, quite eerie. So we're gonna just start with SpongeBob. I know, SpongeBob. So Rakabi, do you wanna
Awesome.
take us
So
off?
one of the main theories about SpongeBob SquarePants is that every character, or one of the main characters, or the protagonist,
protagonist.
I feel like I'm in English again. All the protagonists are one of the 7 deadly sins. Like they represent the 7 deadly sins. So it's SpongeBob, like as being the main character, it's lust. Like
He represents
he's just
lust,
very like happy all the time. And even though there's so much toxicity between him and Squidward, and then between him and Mr. Krabs, like they both basically just abuse him and hate him, he still wants them. So it's like in that intense longing for not just their love but kind of their approval almost. Like
that's
he's
true,
a very
actually.
big people pleaser.
And he seems quite an anxious person as well. Like if he doesn't get
he's
that
actually a little
love,
cutie. Like
he is.
I feel so bad for him.
But it literally, I feel like SpongeBob is like kind of a character that is consistently kind of looking for validation. I feel like he's good with his life, he's happy, but it's also like he needs that validation from other people. He's got, and to me, he just seems like someone who's quite anxious. He panics easily. I don't know. Have you noticed that? Like he panics really easily and quite, like, I don't know. He wants things, but he does get them in the end. I think, doesn't he?
He kind of does. I feel like he just gets used and abused a lot, which
he
I
does.
I think,
and I feel like it happens in front of his eyes, and he doesn't
want to let go. Like the lust, he doesn't want to let go. He just wants to hold on. Which But then his pet Gary is gluttony. I didn't think of this before, but then I saw it on a Reddit thread, and all he does is eat. Like this little snail. No wonder he's so slow. No, I'm joking. I am not fat shaming slugs. I'm joking. I promise. I'm joking. I'm so sorry, Gary.
Sorry, Gary, as if he's like a real.
Leave me alone.
But I guess it's just kind of like.
And he ran away at like when SpongeBob refused to feed him.
Yeah,
he ran away,
giving him attention, which kind of just shows that
food,
he only responds to attention and food. Me, that's me.
Give Eden food and she's happy. No, I'm kidding. But like that's most people. If your stomach's like icky, you're not gonna be in a good mood. That's why feed people. Feed people. Feed people. If you want someone to like you, feed them. Patrick is a sloth. Like we all know how lazy Patrick is. My man literally lives under a rock because he can't be like he doesn't have a house.
Yeah. When you think about Patrick as a character, he's quite. You just think of him as like, even the way he's depicted physically, I feel like he's this guy who just walks around in his pants and
he's looking probably like an alcoholic.
Does he wear pants?
Yeah, he was.
He is an alcoholic. Yeah. He does because
the green and
every time they show him in under his rock, he's always sat in front of the TV. He's sat in front of the TV on his couch watching TV, drinking or eating something, but it's all the time, and it just kind of like shows like
he's really lazy. He uses SpongeBob as well, like when they go out to the fair and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's always SpongeBob that puts out the card, pulls out his wallet. You can tell, like, Patrick does nothing all day.
He probably has no money though, bless him.
Like, I mean, that's his own fault.
Work?
No, he doesn't. He's too lazy. Every time SpongeBob goes to him, he physically has to go to his little rock. Unless he's
his little rock. Okay, listen, we're not shaming Patrick.
We're shaming Patrick because Patrick is using and abusing poor SpongeBob. I'm shaming Patrick. I don't care. Like,
oh my god.
But like, also at the same time, I can't shame him because he represents that part of like us that like when we get depressed, that a lot of people that go through depression have that same issue. Like when you're in a low point in your life, you want to do nothing. You don't have like you don't have the physical energy. Like it's just pure exhaustion.
Exhaustion. I'm joking.
It's racist to make fun of me. I'm Asian.
Wait, I went ahead and was like exhaustion. Bringing us to Squidward.
He's just mean, bro.
He represents
Wrath.
Isn't it Wrath?
Yeah, he hates his job. He hates everything. He basically hates life. He hates his job. He hates his boss. He hates his colleagues, and he's just filled with so much anger and hatred.
Yeah. Can you imagine? We actually watched this when we were younger. I mean, obviously you don't realise this.
And we laughed.
Yeah.
And we laughed. There are people like that.
It's quite a smart indication, though, of the way that they do it. I mean, there's like, okay, it's a cartoon, it's a kids show,
but we forget they're made by adults.
Yeah,
they're made by adults. Technically not for adults, but like obviously I think in the sense of that they felt like it was just like worth. I
think a lot of writers, like script writers, especially in cartoons, definitely, they can do whatever they want, and it's not actually like their face, they're not physically branding, they're not being put there like physically there, like they're not the one acting it out, they're just the ones that are writing the scripts. So technically they can, I guess, in a way, say whatever they're feeling or whatever they think, so their ideologies are going onto that script, whether they know it or not, whether it's on purpose or not, like it's going in there, which kind of just shows like that kind of industry, like how people are and who's actually behind it and who's controlling the way that we think. I guess when we're kids, like we're really easily influenced 100%, so we could literally fall for anything. You see one thing, you're like, okay, yeah.
No, I'm just like, yeah. No, that was so like, well put. I can't really say anything because you put that so well.
No. But yeah, what was it? Mr. Krabs.
He's great, boy. Before
I think we all know that.
Guys, did you know that he is actually Pearl's sugar daddy? That's the theory, because she calls him daddy
and she's obviously not a lobster.
Well.
I always thought that.
And the only time she calls him, it's because of money for her and her
Daddy,
friends.
I need money. And she would throw a fit, like you said earlier. Like she would throw a fit.
But it's mad because he's so greedy. He doesn't want. He saves every penny that he can.
He's incredibly greedy. But when it comes to
Pearl,
I guess
to be a bit. But no, because it does hurt him. You can tell it physically hurts him to give her money.
But maybe his wife was. Oh wait, what is Pearl?
Pearl's a whale.
Is she a whale? But then that doesn't work because how?
Even if he screwed a whale, how do you get?
How does that work?
Why doesn't she have crab hands?
It doesn't make sense. Anyways,
sugar daddy things.
Mr. Krabs is greed. I think we all know that though. Everyone knows that.
Like all he creates is money.
Like you think Mr. Krabs, you think money. Even in memes, he's depicted as.
I think in a way
money,
we all become Mr. No, we don't. Not all of us. But like a lot of people end up just focusing on money, just because we think that's gonna solve everything. Like you think money and you think, oh, that's gonna solve this problem, that's gonna solve that problem. And though you may be right, does it really?
That's like a world issue. That's like everyone thinks that money is the answer to everything.
We don't even really need money. I'm not gonna lie to you, like it's just a waste.
If you think about it, it's just it's literally just a thing.
It's a thing it's a tool used to pit us against each other.
Yeah. Well, like money does make the world go round, but I don't know. Do you ever think about the world without money?
I think it would.
Like if there was no currency.
Like I think it would be a better place.
Do you think though? Because I think about that sometimes, but then I think
if it wasn't for money, then it would be something else.
There's no order, because in a way, people not need to be controlled, but there needs to be some kind of order so people don't.
But the thing is, right, like you're right, the order of things is important, but at the same time it's like we're on a floating rock.
Yes.
Our purpose wasn't to be working 9 to 5, 40-hour weeks, whatever.
True.
Our purpose was to just live, to exist. And right now a lot of people
not everyone thinks like that though.
That's true.
There's a lot of bad people on this planet.
But we've been conditioned into this, and I think that's why, like, if they got rid of money, it would spiral the wrong way, but for the wrong people.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I wish we could just split the world in half, like all the cool people.
All the good,
all
like
the
good
just
people
could like go to like the Middle East, Asia, Africa, whatever, and then everyone else can just stay here.
Everyone else can just stay down there and just. You see this line, yeah? Don't cross it. That's your side, that's us. At this point. I mean, if there's gonna be segregation, it might as well be like that. All the people that want to live a good spiritual
or just happy life. Just be a good person, bro. Just be a good person.
I mean? Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be like spiritual, this, like, just be a good person.
Oh my god.
I don't know why people find it so hard lately. And like in today's day and age, it's just a bit mad. Well, plankton. Plankton.
What does he represent? Is it envy?
He's envy. Because he only really cares about the Krabby Patties.
Yeah. He has this thirst to be successful.
Like an obsession with that formula.
Because every single time he's in an episode, any episode is always like him
trying to find a Krabby Patty.
He's always depicted as this guy who needs to know exactly who needs to know exactly what that wasn't me. Who needs to know exactly the recipe so he can, I guess, steal.
Do you know why people don't go to the chumba kit? It's fish.
What is?
He's feeding fish to fish. That's why they don't go to the chumba kit. That's another theory. Your face.
Wait, what is the
Krabby Patty is like something else, right? Like, so it's supposed to be.
But it must be something weird.
I think it's vegetarian. I'm pretty sure it's a vegan.
Do you
or something.
think?
Yeah, there's a theory that it's vegan, but because plankton's is fish, why would you as a fish? It's like me.
Well,
it's like
it's
you,
like
not
cannibals.
me, but you opening a human human meat
Wow,
restaurant and me
me.
opening a Krabby Patty store.
Okay then.
I'm kidding.
Oh, you really don't.
Not really. Guys, Eden's a bit psycho.
Oh yeah.
And then Sandy is pride. Pride, the ego, like your ego is Sandy, like your ego, like this is what I mean, like she is very above everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. I always saw Sandy as like such a sweet, like
Sandy's probably the most
like a
normal
happy, like bubbly, you know. I don't know. I never saw her as like a bad person, I guess. However, sometimes I would see her as quite like low-key manipulative. Like I don't know. Like
she portrays herself as.
If she doesn't get
better.
like her, like she'll make herself look visibly sad and be like, oh no, like I want things to be my way. But it wouldn't be like really out there. It wouldn't be obvious, but it was still there. But I don't know. I never saw her as like a horrible person. She was pride, and she always had pride. Yeah, and then the more you see the episodes,
you're like, whoa.
The more you'll notice, and it's just, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's a bit naked.
Yeah.
Did we say that this was the 7 deadly sins, right? Like that's what they represent. I don't remember. Like I'm just thinking, like, did we say that? Did we mention that? Because
I think so.
People just click on this and all they see is like, oh, this. What are they on about?
Anyways, guys, those were the 7 deadly sins. And that's how each character, those main characters in SpongeBob were, you know, that was the, I guess, the purpose for each one to depict the 7 deadly sins.
I think low-key,
which is
some of, like, in our lives we've all represented each of those. Not on purpose, but just
I think everyone goes through it. Like, I think everyone kind of has to experience it. I think it's about how you deal with each one and how you grow out of each one. Like lust, for example, or envy. How you deal with it, and whether you decide to let it control you, I guess. Like,
or learn to let it go.
Yeah, or pride. Pride's a big one too, so it can be seen as like really good or really bad. Like your ego can really like take over your entire being, but it's also there, but you need to learn how to control it. Otherwise, like you said, it will like just control your life and ruin it in the long run. Yeah.
But I think we're good for this. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you, guys. We hope that was interesting.
Always do. If you want to see more stuff like this, please let us know.
Yeah, and like just comment down below and like let us know like exactly like what you want to hear, and we'll do the research. We're here.
We don't have any lives. No, I'm kidding. We do.
Don't listen to her, man. I go back to uni in like 20 days.
A-star student. A-star student.
Oh, okay. Well, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and also thank you again for 500 subscribers. And we hope to see you at the next milestone. I'd say 1,000.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Have a good day.